everyone. How's everyone doing? Let's wait a little bit and see if we can't get a couple of people in here to discuss Owlman. I found out a couple of things. Excuse me. Thank you for the like and the view. And my phone keeps falling over. I'm gonna have a different setup, guys, one day. Hey, Bama, how are you? Hey, Red. How are you guys doing? Hey, T. Hey, sister girl. I'm doing good. Just been doing a little bit of work. Hey, Donnie, how are you? If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. I greatly thank you for any likes that you give if you like my content. Comments and chat are welcome, and comments after the show are also welcome. They are on approved, so I will approve them, but hey, Wig, how are you? Hey, Marquita, my margarita girl. I could drink you up. Hey, Richard. Y'all, Marquita is so sweet. She works her tail off modding. If I could, I'd give her a tip. Okay, Owlman. Also known as the Cornwell cryptid. Supposedly an owl-like creature that stands 4 to 5 feet tall with red eyes, pointed ears, and huge claws. The eyes are said to be bright, glowing red that cannot be easily mistaken. So it means if you see it, you know what you're seeing. You're seeing an Owlman. Many people have compared it to the biggest owl we have, and that's the eagle owl, which is the largest owl known, if I'm not mistaken. So that's when they're talking about how big Owlman is, they're talking about it being even bigger than an eagle owl, which is pretty doggone big. Hey, John, how are you? The first mention of Owlman was in 1976 on April the 17th. It said that 2 girls had their very first sighting of this creature, not to be confused with Mothman. That is a totally different cryptid. And it was above a church tower. Some wondered if it wasn't some sort of gargoyle species due to its association with the church. Which I guess it could be, because as I went back and looked, there were other instances where mainly girls seen the creature, and it was also caught floating around above another church. So it does seem to have some sort of similarity between females and churches. It says that there were 2 orbs caught floating above a church, and they were wondering if that was an Owlman because of its glowing red eyes and the similarity between its eyes and the red orb seen floating above a church. They said that Owlman supposedly makes an owl-like sound when it makes an appearance known. It's also been said that it will open its large black mouth super wide to screech. So that's a telltale sign right there. If you see an owl come at you with its mouth open wide, and it's a pretty darn big owl and it's got a black mouth, you might just have yourself an Owlman, people. They say its feathers are grayish brown in color, and it flaps its very large wings, making a whoosh sound, which I can imagine so, being that big. Oh, I'd freak out too, Red. Could you imagine? Cal says he is the Owlman. Hey, Benny, how are you? Between 1976 and 1977, most of the Owlman sightings are when they occurred, and that was until recently. So in 76, 77, there were a good many Owlman sightings, and then it kind of tapered off until modern present, and now we're having more Owlman sightings, so to speak, reappear. So I don't know if it's every so many years, or if they're just becoming more prevalent, or if it's just now becoming more seen. Hi, Carol, sweetheart. Owlman is said to be able to stand and walk like a person, yet still be able to fly in the air as well. So not only now do we have to worry about something that walks on the ground like we do that's huge, a big old bird, we got to worry about that thing flying over our heads too. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can't get my phone propped back up. Y'all are on a pillow. I wanted to make sure y'all are soft and cozy. You know, I can't help if my live goes bad. It's Vault's curse. We're going to call it Vault's curse. Every time my phone falls over, y'all, it's Vault's curse. Let's see. Benny, I said hey to you. Hey, Carla. I didn't see you, sweetheart. Okay, I think I got everybody. Red said, did you notice the world seems to be in disarray and we have more and more sightings? Yes, absolutely. There has been talk of the Cornish Owlman and Africa's Kiki-yawn being one and the same cryptid. The Kiki-yawn is known as the soul cannibal. It is said to have a huge beak and large talons, and a mixture of bird and human with greenish gray feathers. So the Kiki-yawn has greenish gray feathers, and the Cornish Owlman has brownish gray feathers. That's the difference. They say the Kiki-yawn has a very distinctive smell similar to death. The call of the Kiki-yawn is one of the most heard and deep grunting noise that can be heard from miles around. But it also makes a screaming moan that terrifies all who hears it. Usually seen when a person is lost, alone, or on their way home in the dark. The Kiki-yawn is said to be able to travel between the two worlds and even end up in a person's dream state. So, personally, I would rather deal with the Cornwall Owlman than the Kiki-yawn any day of the week, it sounds like. Even though they both are very, very similar and could be interchangeable. But a big old bird of prey coming into my dreams? Nah. Real life's enough. At least with real life, I can find me some firepower enough to stand a chance. What you gonna do in your dream? Call Freddy? Let Jason come and help you? Where's Chucky when you need him? Like, for real. What are we gonna do if it's in our dreams? And traveling between the two worlds? I can't even imagine. What's Chaos saying over here in chat? I see people laughing. Chaos, what did you do? If it can pick me up, I'll give it props. Lord Jesus, man. Lord Jesus. Chaos, you need help, my friend. Weight Watchers. That's what I need. I could always go get Roxanne. True that. Well, I don't know if Vault would even let me borrow Roxanne. She's too new. His new mistress, he probably wants to keep to himself. So I'm probably SOL out of that. Battle Shell Spectacular. So, what do y'all think about Owlman? Do you think there's a such thing as Owlman? Or the Kiki-yawn? I seen this in my dream, and he was huge and looked at me going through a portal. If Tahiti, if you're talking about an owlman or something similar, then that is not the first account that I've read today of something very, very similar like that. You can bet, you can. What did you say? Hold up. It went too fast for me. I bet you can, Wig. What did Wig say? Oh, Cass, I can pick you up. I don't know now. Cass is a stout dude. My bro got some muscles. He's pretty muscular. He works hard and he's always making chowder. Or eating the chowder. I don't know. It's one of those. But he's doing something with the chowder. A chowder, as he says. But, hey, Stacy. How are you, sweetie? But, I was reading encounter after encounter after encounter of Owlman. Like, literally, I don't think I'd ever heard of Owlman until Sean G's show, Chasing the Truth. And then after hearing it, I've been sitting on it for a couple weeks, you know, thinking about it, but not looking it up until today. I had nothing better to do, so I thought I would look it up for a little bit and try to find at least a little bit of information on an actual Owlman and see if there was like a long history behind it. And it seems to be since 1976, so that's pretty good ways. Like I said, the encounters die off there for several years after 1977, 78. But here in the last 2 or 3 years, they really pick back up. Well, since 2019. When 2019 hit, that's when I started seeing encounters pop up in my research today of a type of Owlman. And I'm going to say a type. Because like I said, there's two here. The Cornwall Owlman and the Kiki-yawn of Africa that are, they're not the same exactly, but they're similar and they have similar tails for each one of them that kind of cross over into the other. That was pretty interesting. Now, whether it be the exact same thing and it just got turned because of, you know, folklore and legend and passed down or superstition, you know how it's kind of like the game of telephone. Telephone, tell a friend, and by the time it gets to the end, it's different. Red said, I honestly think the veil is thin, a lot going on in the cryptid world. You know what? Speaking of that, I got about five or six emails today from one person, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but they're known. They're a caller. That sent me a lot of information on the veils thinning and cryptids and demonic behavior and how to deal with it and protection, and it was weird, but it was something that I actually resonated with. Hey Victor, how are you? Thank you. I don't sound crazy. I'm just here spreading information. But most everybody, we all have a little crazy in us. I take meds for mine. How about you? Hey James, how are you? Just watching the bubbles go by, thinking about Owlman. Okay, so let's say Owlman is real, right? You do too? I do too. Red said certified. Yes, honey. I take a 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not ashamed to say I take 8 medicines a day. Some, well, I take that back. One, I have to take 2 pills each time, but I was counting the pills. 8. And then Klonopins if I have a panic attack. So, I mean, it is what it is. We all have our struggles. Yes, Owlman, Victor. People say Owlman, let's say, is real. You have this big bird that's 4 to 5 feet tall coming at you with red glowing eyes. Yeah, I'm on Effexor too, and I'm on Prestique. So I know exactly what you're taking. And you have this thing coming at you with glowing red eyes, and it starts screeching at you in your face as it's trying to come at you with these huge talons, and its mouth opens up, and it's a huge black mouth. What do? Do I think Owlman is the same as the Chicago Mothman? Okay. I think Mothman, there's more encounters I have found, and I'm not saying nothing bad about Mothman, but I think there's more encounters that I could dig up on Owlman, actually, that people could have mistaken a real eagle owl for. And I could see where some of the instances of Mothman could actually have been a eagle owl. A real eagle owl. It's the biggest owl we have. I could see where it could have gotten jumbled up in the retelling of the story. Kind of like, the person sees the dog on the side of the road and the dog ends up the side of the bear by the time he tells the story 5 different times. It's one of those things where I could actually see some of these actually being an eagle owl actually happening. Yes, the biggest owl is called an eagle owl. EAGLE hyphen owl, OWL, is the biggest owl known. Look it up. Y'all will see a picture of it. So that's what makes me think that some of these are mistaken identity with Mothman, just like I think some of it's mistaken identity with Owlman. I think they have the owl part right. I think they have the rest wrong. But now, do I think there's a cryptid that's an Owlman, per se? I don't see why not. We have everything else. We may not be able to prove it, but that doesn't mean it's nonetheless true. When you dream a dream and you wake up and tell somebody what you dream, are they supposed to call you a liar just because they didn't see what you dreamt, but you did? See what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I can't prove anything. You think Mothman's a gargoyle? See, I do too. I also think this Owlman, it even states, in the first one about the Cornwall Owlman, or yes, Mark, the Stagini, which is a little different. But even on the Cornwall cryptid Owlman, they're talking about how it's seen by females, which usually are known to be more, sorry guys, females are known to be more of a patient, nurturing, and type of thing. And maybe, that's why the girls were seeing more of the Owlman. Maybe it had something to do with pubescence, because they did say younger girls. So I'm assuming teenage girls is what I'm assuming. I didn't get an age, but I'm assuming like teenager-ish age that's seen these owlmen over churches and seen the glowing red eyes over churches that they associate with Owlman. Mark said, my brother swears he saw one. He very well may have. Very, very well may have. Let's see. How do you feel about entities showing themselves as something we're afraid of? Like if you're afraid of squirrels, squirrel man, clowns, giant spiders, etc., but its original state is spirit. So you're talking like a Bogart. One that changes, like in Harry Potter, basically. One that changes shape to what you fear. Well, why not? Of course I do. I don't believe in demons the way the church teaches you to believe in demons. But I'm not saying I don't think they're real. I do think, though, they can manipulate themselves to play upon a person's fear. Because whether positive nor negative, fear is a force of energy that you are putting out. And it's something that one can conduct and one can harness. Plus, you've got the endorphins and serotonins and everything else going through your body. When you're fearful, when you're happy, when you're sad, they can feed off that as well. That's just my opinion. You know, I don't know if y'all believe that or not. That's just my opinion. And let's make a note of this. I can hear Vault in there on the phone. He has not once, this is the second chat of mine now live, that he has not once showed up in. So he and Roxanne are in trouble. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, not that you don't believe in flesh and blood animal too. Exactly. I believe we can have, why can't we have both? Like, seriously, why can't we have both? Why can't we have flesh and blood, and then why can't we have things that are not of this earth, or of this world, or in this reality, even? But yeah, him and Roxanne, they're grounded. But like I said, the first time I heard Owlman was on Sean G's show, Chasing the Truth. And I was listening and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Did this person say Owlman? Really? Did they, an owl? It's an Owlman now. You know, I thought it was something like Slender Man, where, you know, somebody comes up with something as a story and then people put so much energy into it, it starts to manifest itself like a tulpa. And in a sense, or a poltergeist, and in a sense becomes its own being, or they can create it, or create the, not create it, but you can manifest the energy of it, is what I mean. So I was like, let me do some research on this Owlman, because I'm not digging in it. Something just ain't kicking with me. And then I got to reading, and I was like, wow. Especially when I read that it was associated with females in churches. Yes, Vaught is being very rude. He probably doesn't even know I'm live right now. Barry Bubbles. I don't even know who he's talking to. Usually I can tell by the way he talks. I can usually I've got it down to a T. I can usually pinpoint exactly who. Sometimes I have to go ask, who's that? But usually I can pinpoint it. Hey, Sean, how are you? Great show earlier. Loved the show. I did not like seeing One-Eyed Willie in my backyard, though. If y'all have not, and y'all missed Sean's show, go watch his show. And there he has the camera up in my backyard. And if I'm not mistaken, it's on from the middle towards the end of his show. You can see an eye peeking and moving, and it moves from one place to another place. I came back in at the end of it, so I didn't get to see it all. But I wasn't happy. That thing is back out there. you know, I was in here eating my chicken and taters. I had me a chicken breast and 2 tater logs, and I was munching down. Barry said I wanted to name the gauge bubbles. Well, I kind of helped with Roxanne. I threw a bunch of names out there. Everybody threw a bunch of good names, but I don't know. Roxanne just seemed to fit her. Hi, Gramps. I'm losing my phone again. The Sugar Tree Tribe and Catamount Tribe used to own the land that I currently live on. I constantly have black crows showing up, or owls sitting on my roof or fence. Oh, wow. Yeah, they say owls are signs of knowledge, wisdom. Some people say owls are bad omens, but usually they say that about ravens or crows. So it kind of just depends. Ah, look at him now. Vault, you and Roxanne are grounded. You have missed 26 minutes of my live stream. You missed the main part. He's in the Bigfoot house. Got that right. But like I said, between 1976 and 1977 apparently was the hit year for Owlman. And like I said, after that it tapered off, which makes me wonder why now we're having so many sightings again. Not saying that people didn't have a sighting here or there, but it's just until recently did the encounters pick back up. Oh, you were on the phone with EW. Oh, okay, my brother. Never mind. You're excused. He always comes first. That's totally cool with me. I'm telling you, though, you let me catch a 4 to 5 foot owl sitting on my roof. Y'all already think I'm ready to move out for what's in my backyard. Y'all let me catch an Owlman. Val, what you trying to eat? I thought you ate earlier. Larry and Candace. I have the perfect narration voice. You wished I did more readings? Well, I actually have, this was going to be a reading, but since people asked for a live stream, I decided to do a live stream instead. I actually am going to be doing a recording soon about folklores in Mississippi is where I'm starting. So I've started with it. And then I've got Dogman Country Part 2 I've got to finish. I've got an email story I've got to do from Red, I think. I've got another story I've got to see if I can get permission for it. I don't think I can. I think that was just between me and them. Hey, Jay, how are you, Miss Evans? Shell. But I've got a couple of things coming. It's just, yes, I'm going to try to do folklore in every state. I want each video to be, you know, so long and based on that state and with a couple of things about the state's folklore thrown in. Like I said, I'm going to start with Mississippi first because I know it right off the top of my head. And then I'll probably do Tennessee and Louisiana next after that, and then go from there. So, but like I said, I did not realize that there were supposedly two different type of owlmen. You have the Cornwall Owlman, and then like I said, you have the Kiki-yawn of Africa. And I did not realize that. And if I'm butchering that, so help me. What part of Mississippi am I from? I'm from central Mississippi. Lived in northeast Mississippi for a while, and then I moved back to central. So I'm in central Mississippi. But I've been all over the state. Larry said, I'm in Louisiana, New Orleans with DW. If you go on DW's page where he shared the loggers, or go on Vault's page, or I think I did in our community tabs, where we shared a guy that was logging. On his most recent video, he did the Christmas drive-through of NOLA Park last night in New Orleans, and y'all can see all the really pretty Christmas lights and everything that they do down there. I thought it was cool. Oh, Jackson, I'm about an hour away. Depends on the traffic. You're going live after Wild Vault? I figured you would. That's why I went live now. What you gonna do your show on, Vault? Yeah, in the city park. Those lights were beautiful, Larry. I'm talking about beautiful. Oh, you're gonna talk about the Dogman project, where we're heading and where we're going. Oh, okay. Okie dokie. Julie, sounds like you have some good things coming up. Can't wait. Thank you. Admiratoria. It will be interesting to see Willie Peeping will increase or decrease or stay the same. Yep. True that. It's going to be interesting. Most of the leaves have pretty much fallen around here. Especially in the back. Yes, the Owlman, okay. The Cornwell Owlman supposedly has grayish brown feathers, glowing red eyes, talons, and pointed ears. And the Kiki-yawn of Africa Owlman has greenish gray feathers and a black mouth. Other than that, everything else is the same. The height, 4 to 5 foot tall, pointy ears, sharp talon-like claws, grunts and screeches, all that's the same. The only difference really between the two is the Kiki-yawn of Africa has the black mouth and has greenish gray feathers, and the Cornwell Owlman has brownish gray feathers. That's about it. And the Owlman of Cornwall tends to hang more around churches and females spotting it than the Kiki-yawn, who appears more towards travelers walking to and from places by themselves, or that if they're called alone by themselves or something like that. So if you're in Africa, don't get caught by yourself, apparently, because the big owl will come and get you. And if you go to church where the Cornwall owl is, be very careful and have your Bible handy, because you may need it to beat the crap out of the owl coming at you. So just protect yourself. You know, what do? Or throw some holy water on it. I mean, I'd try anything, to be honest. I would chunk my Bible, say a prayer, throw some holy water, make a cross. I'm telling you, and toss my high heel shoe at it. I'd try it all. Throw the purse. All I know is no owl is going to get Lakaya. No, thank you. I got enough going on in my backyard. The last thing I'm going to worry about is Owlman. That is not for me. The Apache also have one of their own version of Owlman. Like I said, I don't doubt it. These are just two that I found that were pretty darn close, similar, minus the color, that describe exactly the same thing in way two different parts. Well, nobody wants to talk guns. From what I understand, they have wings they use as arms. But it's wings, and its wings have talons. It has feet and wings, not arms. Not, I didn't see any arms in the pictures I seen of either. Yeah, I can't wait for the CERN topic. That one's gonna be good. Let's see. Vault, calm down, man. Have a trail cam picture on Facebook of an owl carrying off someone's cat. Oh, absolutely. Like I said, y'all go look up the eagle owl. It's the biggest owl there is. Go look it up and tell me if that's not a huge owl. And then this Owlman is supposed to be even bigger than that. But some say they think they just have it confused with an eagle owl. Because eagle owls are pretty darn big. And kind of scary looking, as a matter of fact. Vault is very cheeky. Hi, Arlene. How are you? Julie says, Owlman, no thank you, because she's never even seen a real owl except in a zoo. Owls are pretty to me, but I don't want one that's walking on its wings and legs running at me full force trying to eat my face off. Yeah, they do sound creepy. Guns where? Right? Wherever Vault's at. You don't try very hard. Vault, you don't have to try very hard. You just are. Yeah, an owl that size would be freaky. It would be, like, ridiculous crazy. I just can't. I can't handle the thought of one like that size, 4 to 5 foot, coming after me. I mean, that's like the little Chucky coming after you. That's just no. Marquita says she's got a lot of owls in her backyard. I'm thinking we every once in a while have one here. Am I correct, Vault, in saying that every once in a while we get an owl here? Or am I wrong? Because I thought right before the camera got put up, I thought I heard one night. Vault. Yay or nay? Goodness. You always gotta be the attention whore. Lakaya a little bit heard one on cam. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Vault. Thank you. I thought so. I don't know what type it is, though. I haven't actually seen it. I've heard it, but I haven't seen it. 4 to 5 feet. Well, I'm 5 foot, and I'm 39 years old, so that doesn't necessarily mean. I mean, seriously. Okay, I'm a big chick. I'm a hefty, fluffy chick. I couldn't imagine something my size, my height running behind me. Something fisting to get double deck. Pa-pow, pow, pow. Catch these hands and these deuces, girl. Tie my trainers on. Put my sneakers on. I'm gone. If that girl couldn't run before, damn it, she's gonna run now. Owlman or nothing. I don't think so. Too much for me. Oh, it was a barn owl vault? I did not know that. Red said exactly. It's a big hell no for me, too. I'm telling you. Miss Carol. Y'all, Miss Carol, she's on her game, y'all. She be catching good stuff. She catches great evidence off these cameras. I don't know how she does it. I've caught two different things. I've caught One Eye Willie once myself, and then I've caught a little alien looking being. I have to get Vault later to throw the alien one up. We have frogmouth owl in the tree around our yard, which is beautiful. But I caught a little alien. I say it's a little alien, y'all. I don't know what this little creature was, but it literally looks like a gray alien. If you picture a gray, that's what it looks like. And I have aimed the camera. I have zoomed in and everything at the spot ever since to see maybe if it was, pareidolia, or if it, was a mistake of like another tree just at the right angle, or the light caught it just right or something. No, there's nothing there. So, Tinkerbell's got to go chase a bug. Well, tell her she better potty outside and not in my house. That's the last thing I need. It was a featherless owl trying to snatch you. Let's see. Red said I had a video I sent in. It was popping back and forth, so I took a snapshot and it looks humanoid. Huh. And Myra, if you see me jogging, kill whatever's chasing me. That's what I'm talking about. If you see my big tail running, two things. You better outrun me, or you better do something with what's behind me. Because I'm not running for no reason. There's always going to be a reason why I'm running. And usually it's not a good reason, because Lakaya does not run. I don't even walk fast, y'all. I just glide. Has anyone seen Willie, Goonie, Goo Goo, etc. on the cam during the day? Well, I don't know. Honestly, I really don't know. I swear y'all tickle me with these names that y'all came up with. One-Eyed Willie and Goonie Goo Goo. I mean, seriously, it just tickles me. I don't know if y'all can hear a dog barking, but that's Zoe outside. That's the stray dog. She's barking because Vault went out the front door with his little diva dog with fat rolls on top of fat rolls on top of fat rolls because she's spoiled rotten. It's hard to spot during the day. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Carol said, I took a screenshot during the day of a face in the bushes next to the tree. Me, like I said, I've only caught two things. I mean, I've seen stuff. The Willow the Wisp, that was caught was, kind of a collaborative project, I guess. Because there's a couple of us that caught it during review. But me personally, I've caught Willie one time, and that's put up on my channel. And I've caught, like I said, this alien creature looking being thing. I call it a little gray alien. I had to actually circle it in red so you could see it. And I hate doing that. I hate having to circle things and go, it's right there. But because of the way the trees look, I knew somebody would go, I can't see it. So I circled it big enough to where you know the area, but you actually, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. But it looks like a little gray alien just standing there beside a tree looking dead at the camera is what it looks like. Was it really small? It was actually pretty small. It looked like a little skinny kid size is what it looked like. Not tiny, but small enough. See, I caught it too, sent Chaos a pic too. Carol said I caught something that looks like a tiny gray. I don't doubt it. And see, here's the thing. I know zilch. Zilch. UFOs, aliens are not my thing. It's not that I don't believe in them, because I do. But it's never been what I studied. It's never been what I researched. And you've got people that, like Chaos, that can carry on an hour-long conversation about grays and they're this and this and this and this, and I'm going, huh? So I guess now I'm going to have to call him up and get him to explain the different little alien dudes to me so I can figure out what I've got in my backyard. Because I believe it's an alien. Hands down, 100%, that's what I believe. All I know is they better not try to probe me. They can go talk to Vault. Vulcanus, hello. How are you doing? Vulcan, how are you? I am actually RH negative. I'm A negative. And the only reason why I learned that was because when I was pregnant with my first child, I actually had to ask my doctor, my OGBYN, and they told me I was A neg. And most people with green eyes are A neg. Weird, but it is. Oh, we got a lot of RH negative people in here. Goodness. Girl, y'all got so much going on back there. Spooky. Hey, Keith. Tell me about it. I'm just glad it doesn't bother me. It stays back there. A nag or a neg. Sean got jokes. Y'all see my notes? Hold on. Look how I write, y'all. Isn't that funny? My handwriting sucks. My phone fell again. Every time my phone falls, y'all donate to my Cashapp. Maybe I can earn me some Christmas money. Y'all, I'm playing when I say that. That's my sarcastic humor. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people take me seriously, don't. But my handwriting sucks. Alright, let's see. Let me go back and chat because my phone fell, so I know I missed something. One man said, I dropped out, but y'all putting your blood type in chat. Huh? Sean said his handwriting looks like a doctor's handwriting. I'm sorry if I'm banging y'all up against the headboard. I mean, seriously, my phone all of a sudden won't stay still. Goodness. Issues. I guess it's trying to tell me to go. It's like, lady, we don't want you on no more. I got y'all propped up on an old pillow that's stained up because I've had it forever and a day against the headboard while charging on the charger. Okay, I will send loves to Uncle Vault from Little Bit. I'm banging my phone. Yeah, I can read my handwriting, Keith. Nobody else can. But the thing is, my handwriting changes every time I write. One day it'll look really pretty and girly. The next day it looks like, honestly, a man's handwriting. The next day it'll be teeny tiny. Then the next day it'll be all messed up. I never write the same every time I write. I don't know why. And I go between cursive and print. I don't do just cursive and I don't do just print. Usually I do both. Now, if I'm going to read it like I did a while ago, and I'm just jotting something down so I can have notes, then I'll print it. But if it's something I'm keeping or if it's to somebody else, it's cursive. Or a mixture between. But thank you, everybody, for joining in. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I seen I got up to 38 people today in my live stream, which is a new goal that I have conquered. I'm still trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Hi, William. How are you, hun? My handwriting is so bad I can't read what I write either. Oh my goodness. But like I said, I'm still trying to get up to 1,000. That's my goal. I don't care what I get over 1,000 or anything like that. I just want to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal when I made this channel, and now that I'm actively on it, I'm bound and determined to meet my goal. So if you haven't already, like this video if you enjoyed yourself. Hey Sharon, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And leave a comment. I will approve it as long as there's no douchebaggery, because I don't like negativity over here. Unless it's my husband Vault, and then we can't help it. You know, Vault is Vault. He is who he is. Oh, thank you, Mar. I appreciate that. Sean, I keep hitting the subscribe twice. Marlene, I'm glad I subscribed and listened. Thank you. I'm glad you did too, and welcome over here to the Lakaya Show. We're a family over here. We're a non-judgment zone. We don't care who you are, what you believe in, what color you are, where you're from, race, creed, nationality, and I don't care about your politics. Come on in and have a seat and have fun. And let's talk. That's all I care about. Did you talk to Bald about an Infernal One shirt? Actually, I made an Infernal One's logo, a different one that, hey Chase, that Vault has, but he has yet to get them on the shirt yet. But I do have an Infernal One's logo made up. So he has that. Like I said, he's just got to get them put in store. And if y'all haven't, check out the Vault of Nightmares store. He has Christmas. I designed a Christmas logo in there. It's a Yeti with a Christmas hat in between some trees. And I'm trying to think of what else is new in there. I'm not exactly for sure. He was trying to clean it up. And I always remember, donations are always welcome over here. You can always Cash App me at the Cash App sign. TAB7582. Or you can always email me at lakayatucker@gmail.com. That's LAKAYATUCKER@gmail.com. Hello, Roth. Hello, Sean. Hello, who did I miss? I think it was Bass. Was it Bass? Bass. That's who I thought. Okay. Doot. Bass Mayhem is his channel. I think he has like a few fishing videos up. I keep telling him he needs to do more fishing videos because I like watching fishing videos. Believe it or not, I love to fish. But I'm going to let y'all go and shut this down. So I don't know when Vault's going live, but I figured I might as well go help him get ready. So thank y'all for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. And if you missed the beginning of the show, rewind, go watch it. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Good night, everyone.